early show hitting you around 10:50. Mike Weller back in the studio, man. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Oh, just hanging in there, rolling with the punches and just bobbing and weaving. But you have some exciting stuff coming down the pipeline.
Man, we're trying to do some really fun stuff in downtown Alton, Illinois. I am Mike from AP Cigar. I'm at 202 State Street. And this weekend, this Saturday, in a couple days, we are going to do a ribbon cutting, but not just mine. We've been there 2 years, but the store actually looks like a store now. So, sometimes when you get started, man, you don't want a whole bunch of people to come in because you're kind of embarrassed, and so it takes some time and that weird stuff that I don't have money, and then
same.
right. So, but we built the business up, and my mom owns Riverbend Yoga. Vicky Delaney owns Riverbend Yoga. She, on Saturday, is celebrating her 10th year in downtown Alton. So 10 years in this downtown entertainment zone, and she doesn't serve liquor. And it says a lot about the city, and it says a lot about downtown.
It's actually an unheard of feat, really, if you look at some of the... You don't get that from non-liquor.
You got Frontier Furnishings that have been holding it down for a long time. Olive Oil Marketplace, I believe, just celebrated 10.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, so, downtown, a lot of people want to give it this negative connotation that's so rough and tumble, but yet you can buy olive oils and spices or take a plethora of yoga classes in the same area that's supposed to be so crazy negative and nuts and everything. So, but neither here nor there. So, Mom wanted to have a ribbon cutting to celebrate her 10 years. I hadn't had one, so I'm going to do one with the Riverbend Growth Association. So we're going to do mine at 11 a.m. We're going to walk over to Mom's at 11:30 at Riverbend Yoga, 100 West 3rd, and we're going to do that. So it's the first time that Alton's had a multi-generational ribbon cutting.
That's cool.
So on the same day. So we're pretty neat, So you have 2 generations of entrepreneurs. My daughter's coming up, getting the torch passed to her now. So really there's going to be 3 generations of us.
What's she doing?
So she's going to take over the yoga studio. So she's been learning more and more of the back end. I take her 5 a.m. Wednesday class.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you give it a grade?
The 5 a.m. Wednesday? Yeah. So if I get up on time, it's fantastic. When I go in with one eye open, it's a aerial fit class, so you see the slings.
Yeah.
So I do. I climb in.
That scares the hell out of me.
It's really, man. It's Emily is a fantastic teacher. I'm not just saying that because she's my daughter,
right? But
she's very comforting and it's a lot of fun. My girlfriend and I go almost every Wednesday or every Wednesday we can. And then, we do the cool Alton thing and we go to, after class, we go down to GB Grill, hit up.
Go and see Jimmy.
Yeah, go see Jimmy. And, we grab Jimmy and Angelo and we want to, we get our breakfast and then we go start our work day. So by, we're at 7 o'clock in the morning, we've already worked out for an hour. We've got our fuel back up and we go work our days. So Wednesdays are becoming my absolute favorite day.
That's cool as heck, man.
But so Mom's going to do a ribbon cutting celebrating 10 years. I wanted to have a ribbon cutting and just didn't know when I was going to do it because you never feel like you're ready. And then she's like, I want to do this. And I go, okay. So she kind of pushed me a little bit. And I had a great conversation with her today. I'm just so proud of what she built. So proud of, where we're at already.
Yeah. Well, the story of it all, is really cool, man. You guys were over, you were at Airline Drive for
6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, 6 years. Well, 7 total. We opened in 2016. And then, and the whole time I bought all this stuff for the cigar shop, and it was always supposed to go where it's at on 202 State.
Yep.
But I couldn't get Mom out. Mom's yoga studio was at 202 State.
Right.
And so I'm like, let's go find a building. Let's find a building, get out of here, And if it wasn't for the help of Mac, Bobby Sanders, these guys that are, just staples around here helped me, who I'm not connected to them. I didn't know them from more than having a beer or anything else. And, Mac took a little pity on me. And originally we were going to put the cigar shop in his, just because I needed to get downtown.
Right.
I was just losing too much money for 6 years. I love this industry. I love the hobby of smoking cigars, the people. I love it all. But when you lose money year after year for 6 years, you start to, start looking at the help wanted ads.
It gets deflating too. I mean, it does.
Yeah. So, and it's like, and I wasn't representing the industry very well because I didn't have the revenue to do so.
Right.
So Mac's like, well, hey, go on the 3rd Street side. He goes, I'll rent you a space. I said, okay. So I went in and started doing manual labor. And then that's when all the Tony's buildings came up for sale finally through the bank.
Yep.
So we got those. And so Matt called me. He goes, hey, what do you think about this? And I go, that's a
gold mine.
Well, it's a huge project.
That too.
Yeah. It was a gold mine for everybody that I had to pay to
That's actually a better point. You're right, because that is a lot.
Yeah. So so she went from an 800 square foot yoga studio at 202 State to 5,000 square feet, 3 rooms, a little lounge, a library, a kitchen, 2 bathrooms, just built to. We walked in, and if you're thinking about starting a business and you don't know where to go with it, walk in. If you feel it, you walk in, you can see it, then just do whatever it takes to get in it.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We pulled out all the stops. We worked 16, 18, 20 hours, especially coming up to open up on May 7th, 2 years ago, which is my mom's birthday. So
that's cool.
We honored her by opening both our doors on May 7th, 2 years ago. So as you can tell, we're a pretty close-knit family.
Yeah.
Everybody just does absolutely anything, and we're one of those families we don't have to talk all the time, but it's like, hey, this is happening, no problem. You drop what you're doing, you go do it. Right? And it's there's no buttering up, there's no this, no, there's never a thing.
You aren't working them for 2 weeks, then to text them and say, hey, actually, can you stop by and take care of it? Yeah,
not at all. I get funny text messages of, this door doesn't shut now, so I have to go fix the door. This outlet quit, so I go fix that outlet.
Yeah,
whatever. So it's like, for the last 2 years, and we're still, working kinks out of the yoga building, that, I'm not, a construction guy or really anything. And I had a lot of help, and, I'm terribly indebted to these folks that helped out, but, she got open. It's her dream space. It's something that we get to pass down to the next generation. So,
well, and it's really cool to see that too, because it's whenever you have your spot now at 202, that was the goal. That was your spot. And now not only you have your spot, but your mom has this really cool and really innovative space, because not a lot of people that run yoga businesses have the luxury of 5,000 square feet and all of those spots. I mean, that's amazing, man.
So she actually runs and owns the largest dedicated yoga studio in the whole St. Louis metro area. So they'll share space with a gym, or they'll share space with this, or it's, X, Y, or Z. She does yoga, and they might have a special class of belly dancing one day or something, but it's a yoga studio all the time. And so you get that vibe when you walk in, the vibes throughout the whole building. There's not giant weights. There's not some
meathead.
There's not some real bulky dude screaming in the corner, so talk about just an absolute labor of love for the family. So so she has so many customers that come from Missouri. She has so many customers that drive a long distance. She has customers right here in downtown. I see people walking on yoga mats from the apartments here over to do yoga, and it's beautiful to see. It warms my heart just as much as to see like folks smoking cigars at Mac's or outside or whatever, and it's like, hey, like we're bringing this bit of elevation to downtown.
Well, your community, and that's what that shows. I mean, when you're that spot and people are coming in, off the street from their apartment, or even sometimes, because I've seen folks just walking in and out just from getting lunch, they'll go right into the yoga studio, come right back out, or just seeing you walking down from the cigar shop with some of your pals and going in. And, that's cool.
So what's real fun about the cigar shop is most of my customers come from at least an hour away.
That's wild to me still. I can't get my head around that.
It's so insane how many people come from so far away. I didn't really intend to build a destination cigar lounge, but the branding from the last now 8 years, has, we just kept going, at a consistent pace, aggressively waiting for our time to shine a little bit. And so we just kept putting it in, and it's one of those things where you bang your head against the wall enough, sometimes you'll break through, and we finally did, and we're starting to, like, it's like, oh, we set a cool sales record, neat, and then the next month we're like, oh, we beat that, and we're like, what are we even doing that's right? We're consistently posting, we are bringing in new product, we are bringing new exciting cigars and cool accessories and things like that. But when people come, I had a guy stop in yesterday, I forgot where he lives, like about an hour south. He stopped in, he just wanted a cigar. We BS'd for a minute. And then he sat down and he started talking to the people. We don't have TVs in our cigar shop.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, we just force folks to have conversations. If you don't want to have a conversation, play on your phone like, we do anyway.
Yeah.
So, he sat there, he had tried some of the coffee, loved the coffee, picks up a bag of coffee, buys another cigar, sits there and smokes it for a little bit, calls his buddy who's like 30 minutes away. He comes over. He's like, man, you got to come over here now, And so it's like, what is going on right now? So we end up staying open late just to accommodate some folks that came through. And, it's like, that's what we do. We just want to elevate your experience of coming to Alton, your cigar smoking experience, absolutely everything involved. Man, life is so ugly. So it's like, man, let's have a little bit of beauty in it, So the cigar shop brings tourism into downtown. The yoga studio is bringing tourism into downtown. We got some plans. We're going to try to hit a couple different places. We'd like to do cigar shop takeovers where we sell tickets to like a reserved event at like Max or the back patio at State Street Market and bring in cigar reps and vendors and cigar company owners to bring them in to showcase their products, and then beer, food and beer sales go, to the participating venue. So we're working on some more stuff to get more involved at the community, and just on the cigar side. So
I love it. Well, and the thing is too with the TV thing, it's wonderful because your whole point of this experience is to not be entrenched in all the BS that's surrounding us and all the distractions.
Why would you want to watch any news whatsoever?
I don't care what channel it is.
Even the Weather Channel gets depressing, So it's like, I'm like, oh, it's going to rain every day? Oh, neat, like I'd like to ride the motorcycle sometimes. So
is that a thing anymore?
It is. I mean, a real man, I guess, could ride all the time, but I'm not that guy, so I'm just going to park it until it's nice.
What's your mom's thoughts about this weekend? Because you're 2 days away from it, and I'm sure that you guys are so work focused that it's just keep pounding away. But now that you're 48 hours out, there's got to be some fun now.
Yeah, no. Now is the mad dash, no sleep until it's Brooklyn, over. Right? Yeah, right. So right. So so mom's doing some really cool things. She, I learned it from her. Just tying in the community. I got to read some notes because I can't remember everything. So she's doing drawings. I don't know when or how. Just show up. We're gonna cut her. The ribbon's going to get cut at 11:30. She's having an open house. Every instructor is going to be there so you can meet people. Every 30 minutes, there's different free yoga classes all day long. So you can try different yoga with different instructors completely free, or even just talk to them. So out of the 3 classrooms, all of them are going. Different instructors all the time. See the space, meet the teachers. Some of the giveaways, I'm going to plug some businesses. Prime Health and Chiropractic, Prime Health and Wellness Chiropractic, Drew Carr, Dr. Carr.
Oh, okay,
amazing human being. She's got a gift certificate there. My Time Day Spa, CJ's right next door, Gumbo to Go, and then there's a beautiful wreath that they're also giving away that my brother's wife, my sister-in-law made, and she makes the most beautiful flower arrangements. Just on the side, like, I don't know.
That's just cool, man.
Yeah, so, and then food, savory and sweet food is going to be made by Sweet Little Things out of Rosewood Heights. We do a lot with them They're really good. Yeah, we do a lot with them at the cigar shop. And then this is the biggest deal, so if you're still watching, the biggest deal. You ready, CJ?
I'm ready.
Mom, I think, might be losing it a little, but she's going to offer one day only. You can pay $300 on Saturday, and you can have as much yoga as you want for a year.
Oh, my God.
Your regular yoga on the mats, right? Yeah. For $400, you can have all that yoga plus any and all aerial classes as well. So it is.
Is she okay?
She's not. It's not the fine. So a class is $10 to $15.
Yeah.
There's 5 classes a day. if you're on vacation, you can literally get all your money back in 3 days, 4 days, like whatever. Like you could take all these classes. So what you want to do, she's got a wall of the best, or the people that attend the most. Like almost looks like best headshots I've seen. I mean, I don't even have
I
a
need
headshot.
to go over there.
Right. I don't even have a headshot done. And I don't know if she gets them done, but she has like the top 5 customers. And if it was annual, I think it's annual. So cool. Really just a cool like wall, just shows like, gets recognition for people's dedication to it. And
awesome,
so for like those people, if they buy it, then mom instantly loses money because they go so much. Right. And then, but it's one of those things that it gives back to those people. Also, I pay $25 a month for the gym.
Yeah.
It's really the same thing, and then it's literally, someone is, you're in a room with 10 to 12 people, 15 people sometimes. And, so it's really a one-on-one type feeling. And it's, I wouldn't think yoga would ever make me sweat like it does. Mine is hot yoga. If it's 115 degrees in there on your skin, it's hot. That was fun hooking that was fun hooking those heaters up.
Oh, I bet.
But but so it's like, but I leave there the next day. I'm sore. I'm half time. My legs are shivering.
Yeah.
Or, shaking at GB Grill. I'm trying to get my protein eggs in. I mean, it's insane how great of a workout it is. It's zero impact on the body.
No one realizes how important just the art of stretching is.
And breathing.
Yeah.
Holy smokes,
huge.
Man.
And people that always talk about, because I had when I was really thick into wrestling a couple of years ago, I was doing the WWE stuff, or Dustin Rhodes stuff. He would tell me all the time, he's like, dude, you got to learn how to breathe.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I know how to breathe. No, you don't know how to breathe.
No.
You need to learn. And it's crazy what it does to your endurance and just your mental fitness, too. Just being able to breathe through things is awesome.
I like doing long bicycle rides. I do my yoga breaths on the long bicycle rides. I do those long breaths right before I go to sleep, and next thing I know, it's morning. So like what I learned in yoga and what a lot of people learn in yoga definitely just transfers throughout your whole entire life.
100%.
So, you got a really terrible day at work. You just kind of, in my head, sometimes I just go through some motions and, breathe through them. And it's amazing how it changes, my mood. And then, is it really that important? Does it matter in 5 years? Probably not. So let's not let it matter right now.
Exactly. Well, what's AP Cigar doing that day, too?
Oh, we're going to open the door. We're going to take some photos. And then so Josh will be there. Josh is going to man the shop afterwards. I didn't want to provide a whole lot of food and stuff. What I really wanted is I wanted folks to go and celebrate the yoga studio turning 10.
That's huge. It really is.
And she's put so much work in. And she already stole sweet little things, so I was like, I could
just have it.
I can call the Sammys and get a whole bunch of food there. Then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna sit there and eat all day. So I'm like, so we're really not doing a whole lot. It's it's really all for mom. We're getting our ribbon cut. Which sounds weird when you say it that way, but I'm getting my ribbon cut on Saturday, so
that could be taken out of context.
Right. So we're gonna cut the ribbon. I asked my locals or my regulars that come in almost on a daily. I said, if you could please show up, I'd like for you to be in the picture.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you guys, it wasn't. Any customers that watch this, if they want to come in, I'd love to have you there because we couldn't make it 2 years in Downtown Alton if it wasn't for the customers, obviously. So it's like. So we're not going all out because it's really mom's thing, when we hit 10 years downtown or maybe 10 years in business or whatever, we're at 8 right now. So, a couple more years.
The Shabuzi's coming.
Yeah. So, and I'd like to, if I throw a big shindig, I need more done. I need to be more proud of what's there. So, we're still far behind the 8 ball, but at least we're still playing the game.
Well, and it shows, just in 2 years, making an impact on the corner estate is one of the coolest things to have folks from an hour away coming over.
All the time. It's insane.
And what I think's cool, too, and to be honest about it, Mike, and how I feel about every downtown business. I love them, I love Mac and all that. But in all seriousness, for the public that's not CJ and all of his friends that have fun, it's knowing you aren't bringing in more people to drink. You're bringing in people for an experience that's not, and might have a drink or two, but not the party crowd.
So what's cool about my business is the cigar shop is how it complements the businesses that are here.
100%. You're right about that. Yeah.
Mac's got the biggest beer garden down here, right? And so it's like, where could I watch? Some people want to watch sports, right? And I go, well, if you want, you can go over to the patio. He's got, 1 million televisions everywhere. You can go there. You can watch sports, have a cigar. It's AC, it's heat, it's great food. It's, it's good beer. So, and so we send people there. And then when we close up and I go over there to have a steak or something, and I'm like, oh, hey, I know half these people, So we get to compliment those businesses. We have a lot of couples that'll come, like they'll start their date night. They'll go up to State Street Market, buy a bottle of wine. They'll give them a couple glasses. We take it back later.
Yeah.
They come down. They have a bottle of wine. They sip or they smoke a cigar, and then they, put the cork in the wine. And then they go like whether to Grafton or they go into their Airbnb here in town. But we're complimenting those places. Being next to Morrison's, people come out of there, their bellies are full. They're like, you know what, I could use a cigar right now, and so they'll sit there. Sometimes maybe, let the Guinness settle, have a cigar for about an hour and a half, you're better off to drive that way. Yeah. So somewhat of a sobering house, a little, like just kind of chill for a minute, have a cigar, and so we are complimenting the downtown. There's people that are interested in coming there. They're like, what's next door? How's the food? We're literally a visitor center. We're the tourism bureau for cigar smokers. And we love doing that. Like, hey, where can we get this or that? And we love pointing them to all the different directions. So, and it's awesome to see. We're excited to see what happens at Shea Maryland's. I want to have tapas. I'm like something unique. That's going to bring a different spectrum of people here. I bring different people. My mom brings different people. If everybody brought different people, we have a whole lot more people here.
Exactly.
Holy cow. It's a crazy. I failed school, but man, it's really not that hard.
I keep saying Coyote Ugly right over there. That's what we need.
Coyote Ugly.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. I was waiting for my phone to start dinging off real crazy, going, shut the hell up,
right.
CJ. All right. Well, Mike, with that being said, on Saturday, how long should we expect to be over at your throughout the day? How long should we plan for? A couple hours?
11 o'clock's at the cigar shop. So 202 State, come on down. We're going to take pictures, cut a ribbon, just do kind of a walkthrough. Probably won't be a whole bunch of people in there smoking, hopefully. While everybody who doesn't smoke can come and look, and just see the store. A lot of the chamber, a lot of people haven't even been in. Some have, some haven't. So hopefully we get some, it'd be cool if like first ward alderperson would come down and check out a space or something, and in their ward or whatever. Yeah. The mayor's been down before, so it's like I want everybody to come down. I want them to see what no loans, no grants, no nothing, just a guy who, sometimes you'll see me selling a motorcycle on Facebook. Cool, buy it because I need the money, and I turn that into more attractions for this town. If I'm selling rubber ducks, dang it, please buy them.
Yeah.
So that's 11 o'clock. We want to, hopefully there's a good crowd. Everybody can kind of see the shop. Then walk over to do Mom's, and then Mom's going to have the whole big shindig. It's going to be her big old, it's really, I got somebody just filming like my mom and her interactions and her smiles just so I can have that on a flash drive.
That's cool as hell, man. That's cool as hell.
So we got RiverBender coming down. They're going to do some interviews.
We are.
Yeah, well, you're not.
Charles is.
Charles. I got to look at John's message, but yeah. I want to start putting a AP cigar a little bit more on RiverBender, do some stuff with you guys.
Well, I keep wanting to do, and I don't know how we'd get it sponsored. I don't care about that. I want to do us like a lounge podcast once a month, just talking about things that you're kind of like, not a Rogan, but just like a chat.
So upstairs of the cigar shop, we actually shoot a podcast there. It's on YouTube. I have a Zoom board, I think, a few mics, camera looks like Saw, nothing super high quality, but we have some really awesome guests sometimes.
That's cool. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah. Mondays at 7. So if you're bored and you want to be a guest, you can come up and we really cut loose a little bit more because not a whole lot of people watch, about 1,000 people a week. So, yeah.
There you go. Well, we're out of time. Mike?
Hey, thanks for having me, bro.
Oh, dude, seriously, I think what you do is cool. And no one really, and I'm serious, not to patronize you, but you do it the right way. And it's really cool to see how you're really trying to put that legacy out there for the next generations, and really taking care of your own while you're doing it too is just amazing.
Yeah.
We're out of time today. Go celebrate with Mike and his mom right over here at 202 State Street, then at 101 West 3rd Street. Did I get it both right?
Yeah, 202 State. No, 100 West 3rd.
Oh, one. God dang
you
it.
went across the street. 100 West, 100 1600 West 3rd at 11:30. Please come down and see the beautiful space that has taken all my money.
And try your best to stay out of jail.